timing was right on point. Like I just got home not long ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Let me just post the tweet.
That's why I figured I'd be careful yesterday when I said like I should be home by the time you start, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Anyway, we're live now, so no slurs or C words or anything.
What C word?
The the CUNT word.
No, you should have said yeah, exactly.
No. There's a couple of C words. You can say the other one. Not in the first couple minutes, but you can say the other one. I keep getting emails
About
for West End shows. West End is like basically
California?
No, West End is the British version of Broadway. They keep getting emails advertising West End shows because I was in the United Kingdom that one time. Ever since I've gone to the United Kingdom, I've gotten so many ads for stuff for like British products that I can't get in America. I'm like, why are you sending this to me?
They want you back. Also, Connor, thank you so much for the $2.
Sorry, did somebody give me $2? Connor Thompson gave me $2. Thank you, Connor Thompson, for $2. Let me post this in the Discord. There we go. All right. And then I'll go plug myself in Harry's Discord too. I am the one running it. Matt, what is the title clickbait about this time? No, that's real. I'll tell the story in a second, but I ended up in rural Northern Virginia last night at like 1 a.m. and I was not having a good time. Okay. So, today we are going to do some animation. Let me load in the rough frames that I already sketched out in Flash. Load image sequence. I was just playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City near Pennsylvania or Maryland. Huh? Northern Virginia is in Virginia.
No. Connor's talking about like where was Prince William county?
I said Northern Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant country.
No. There's a county in Virginia called Prince William County. It borders Fairfax and Loudoun County to the south, and the city of Manassas to the also south. Where? Okay, Undertale cartoon, Deltarune, shots, K1001. Sorry, that's K10001. Okay, so we're using CACAni today because CACAni is a software that allows you to automatically generate in-betweens, which is not great for everything, but it's great for what I need to do. The camera is slowly rotating around Chris while they kind of like look up at something in the sky. So and I need to be able to generate a lot of frames in order to get that slow movement. Okay. Let's get some music going.
Matt tends to have a lot of near-death experiences. I sometimes feel like he's the Joker. Like one of those villains, like you just think you got rid of, but they just happen to come back. Like Chucky.
Why am I a villain?
I didn't say you had to be a villain.
You did. You literally said exactly that.
I was using it as an example, but
okay.
polka dot man or a red shirt. I'll try.
Hey now, Picard had a red shirt and he didn't die. The red shirt meme is outdated and has been since the 90s, in fact. Oh, wait, okay. I need to lock that layer. Bring it down there. There we go. Okay. The pen seems a bit thick. Let's set the maximum size to 10 instead of 13. So I work out near Washington, D.C. And I live like further out west in the state. West and north. I work northwest, and then I have to travel towards D.C. to get to work. So every week I have to close the store at least once a week. So that's what I was doing last night. I was closing my store. That all went fine. Left the store at around 12:20, I think. And I get on Interstate 66, which is a route that goes from DC like out to the west, kind of southwest. And normally, when I'm on Route 66, I then have to get on a different highway that goes north to get home. But today there was last night there was a bunch of construction on 66. So the exit onto the highway that I normally have to take was blocked by construction traffic. So I was like, all right, I will take the next exit onto the next highway and then go north that way. Every exit on the highway was blocked by construction traffic. So I was like, well, shit. What the hell do I do now? So I get on the new expressway that just opened up, because for right now it's free. And also it was 12 a.m. It was about 12 a.m., so it would have been free anyway, I think. I am driving, and I realize that none of the exits that I'm driving near go north. They all go like south or east, which is not where I need to go.
Oh, boy.
So I took one exit that led me to a place where I could like stop for a second while I got my bearings. And I was like surrounded by all these factories and like lumber mills and shit. I had no idea where I was. I learned later when I passed us later on. I passed a sign that said "Exit Prince William County, enter Loudoun County," which means that I was in Prince William County, which is a county that normally I should never be anywhere near if I'm trying to get home from work. But anyway. I was near all these factories and lumber mills and shit, and so I opened my phone. Normally I don't need a GPS to get home, but I pulled up my phone to pull out my GPS so that I could just get home, and I put in the address, and my GPS is like, all right, you're gonna go down this highway, and it kept telling me to go down a road that does not exist. Like repeatedly, it was like turn left now, and I look, and there's no road there.
Oh boy.
So I was like, Jesus Christ. So I tried to get my phone to give me a route that avoided getting onto Route 66 because as we established, Route 66 was completely fucked, and in any case, my GPS kept trying to tell me to get onto a road that did not exist so I could get onto Route 66. So I'm like, I do that. I put it in my phone and I say avoid this road. And it's like, okay, take this road and then take a right. And I do that and I am on, like, straight up, it's like I go from this industrial area to this like 2-lane road, one lane in each direction, that is incredibly narrow. Like, there were points where there weren't even 2 lanes. It was just the 1 lane, and like I had to hope nobody came and like sideswipe me or some shit like that. This really narrow 2-lane, sometimes 1-lane road that was going northbound in this heavily wooded area. I could, everywhere I looked, there were all of these like little critters in the forest. Like, I could see like foxes and shit just like kind of staring at my car as I drove past. And like I was in this like hills have eyes ass like like I thought I was gonna get killed by water people, basically.
That's what driving is all the time when you're in Alabama if you're not on an interstate.
That's why I use the interstates like exclusively. And so like I was just like, I had no idea where I was. And my GPS seemed to not know where I was either. And in fact, at some point, I lost cellular connection. So I was on the phone with Dion at the time, and I lost cellular connection. So I disconnected from the phone call, and my GPS wasn't loading. So I was
shit.
So I was on this little country road in Prince William County, Virginia. Hello, Soldado. How are you doing?
I am doing not too bad, thank you. Yourself?
Hey, my buddy.
Cool.
Nope, it's not Dion.
I was just describing the time last night that I almost got murdered by water people.
What? But I thought water people were from oh fuck, what state is it now?
Missouri.
That was it.
Where I was driving, you would think I was in Missouri. So, 2-lane, sometimes 1-lane country road. Like just woods all around me. Critters in the trees, like foxes and shit. I could see their like eyes. It was 1 a.m. I could see their eyes like reflecting from my headlights.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. At one point, I had to swerve to avoid a decapitated deer that was laying in a pool of its own blood in the middle of the road.
Oh, that sounds
about right. Again, that's what it's like driving in down here in Alabama is for me like almost every day.
And I'm looking around and all I see are trees, and occasionally there's like a ranch style home which like is all dilapidated and has a pickup truck in the front, and like sometimes there's a light on it in the window, and like they all have like Trump 2024 flags, like.
Oh boy.
Like I felt like if I stopped at any point, I would get murdered by some crazy person. I like. Do you remember a few years back when here in America there were all these like clown sightings on the internet? Like people were just seeing clowns and stuff. Like
that even spread over here to some degree.
Did it actually?
It was predominantly in the US though.
Yeah. So I
remember that.
Relays Reckless says city folk will never understand the joy of turning a deer into red mist.
See, I was born in a rural area and I lived in a rural area in both countries, and I'm still like I do. It still was like I don't want to see like an animal get just destroyed by a car. It's messed up. I mean, I've seen a when I was on like a motorway, like a highway. As you guys call it, there was a cat that went out, and I remember that's about 10 years ago, and it just went out and was just destroyed. It was it was wrong.
Ugh.
It's unfortunate. It sucks.
Yeah.
But like, at least it wasn't an intentional thing.
But like, so like, East Coast elite discovers real American patriots. So I'm driving, and so I see all these dilapidated ranch style homes. Occasionally, there's a factory. There was what I thought was a shopping mall, but when I got closer to it, it was some kind of like meat plant. With like people in it, by the way. Like there were cars parked outside of it. 2 cars, but still cars.
Wow.
There's a spot near not where I live, but where Dion lives, which is close to where I live, but it's down the highway a bit. There's a spot where there's like this lumber mill or something that I swear to God is like a mob front, because the only things I ever see there are like I never see any workers there. I only see like sedans parked outside of it.
Oh yeah, that's a bit sus.
Yeah. But anyway, so I'm driving through the countryside of Northern Virginia, 1 a.m. All I see is these random houses and like Trump flags and trees and animals and whatever. And then I pass through this like little small town that is like centered around a gas station, like something you would see if anybody's ever seen the Kevin Smith film Red State. It was like the town from that movie.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
Yeah. And like there's just like a gas station with like I looked in the window and there was just this clerk standing at the desk like dead-eyed, like staring straight ahead, and I just kept going.
Wow.
I kept going, and then I got onto another country road, still driving north, by the way. My GPS insists, and I did later realize, so at one point I start driving past these like brand new, or these newish looking like mansions, basically, like not even new, it like they looked like they were new, but the architecture was not new. Like it looked like Civil War era, like plantation mountains or whatever. So I'm driving past that, and I'm like, oh man, like I actually like this is giving me like Jordan Peele could not have like filmed a more uncomfortable drive. Then I drive through, I start seeing more like suburban areas, and I was like, oh my god, I'm close to civilization. Please, 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 I'm so close to civilization. I start seeing all these brand new townhouses. I see a hospital with a 15-minute wait. I don't know why the hospital had a 15-minute wait at 1 a.m., but whatever.
Oh god.
How did you do?
And then I start seeing roads that I recognize. And I'm like, oh, I know that road. Oh, I'm so close to home. And then I get on it. My GPS takes me onto another country road.
GPSs can be fucking like that, though. They're like, oh,
yeah, they really can.
Like it's like thinking I know where I'm going, and the GPS is like, no, you're going this way now. I'm like, what the fuck's this?
The fuck you mean?
The whole reason I was on these country roads was because my GPS kept trying to take me onto a highway that doesn't exist. To my knowledge, there is no highway like what my GPS was describing. It just does not exist.
That's awful.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're on this country road some more, and then like at some point I look over to my right and I see one of the grocery stores that I used to work at, and I was like, oh shit, I'm home. Like it was so weird, like just how quickly I went from having no idea where I was to immediately knowing where I was, like just that fast.
Yeah, that's actually how it typically works. Like driving in the South, I literally have to take a road like just as you described, If I'm going from like the middle of Alabama down to Florida, like through the interstate, I literally have to take a road like that for almost an hour.
Well, I hope I never have to do it again, because it was so unsettling. Like, I actually thought if I slowed down for anything, like some dude with one tooth and like 3 fingers was gonna come out with a shotgun and like make me his woman, like.
Or just like make you into red mist.
Yeah.
Yeah, red mist. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked. I shouldn't. That's scary.
I mean, dude, that was pretty funny.
And then so when I finally realized where I was, I pulled into a McDonald's and I got a double quarter pounder and I went home. Anthony gets chased with pitchforks every time he leaves Tuscaloosa.
I'm telling you, shit gets pretty bad on US 82.
Are these basically like being chased with pitchforks and it's like rural and everything? Are these like American Ganados or something?
Yeah.
This...
Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad enough. Kana, that like a lot of people typically don't like me here in like Alabama because I don't really care for either team here. I hate football. American football. To be perfectly,
it's fine. You could. When you mean by football, I know what you mean by it. It's fine.
Anthony,
just making it clear.
You can hate soccer too. Like, it's okay to hate both sports.
Yeah, so yeah.
Actually, I don't mind soccer that much. Although, I will say, I love the soccer crowd, like how hyped they get. That shit's pretty fire.
Yo.
What you mean, like? I take it you've seen that meme, haven't you?
Yeah.
Come on, England, score some fucking goals. Yeah, like people over here are like that. I don't know what it is about sports fans in general. It's not just over here, but in general, it's just everyone just seems to just go ballistic. It's like, what? Which is usually fine. The only time it becomes a problem is when it's like when you get like the hooliganism and like the rioting and stuff. It's like, okay, that's not good.
I was just gonna say when the next time I'm in England, I'm gonna go to a football game and I'm gonna riot. I'm gonna flip cars over. It's gonna be great, and nobody's gonna arrest me because I'm white. It's
yeah, it's fucked up, but he's right.
You know how?
But I am Irish, though. They might arrest me.
Don't tell them that. You should be okay.
You know, there's that whole saying about, how there's like always people talk about, oh, this fandom is like really terrible, blah blah blah, and they've done this and this. Yeah, no one talks about like sports fans, like particularly like football fans over here that have like killed each other and like rioted and even like I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been in Mexico where they literally like burnt down a stadium or something. They just like were pissed off that they lost the game and they just burnt down the stadium.
Go to Ohio. Go to like an Ohio football game someday. They literally like a Capitol riot happens outside of an Ohio football stadium like every single time there's a game. Every single time. But like people, the news is just like, oh, the fans got a little rowdy. They tipped over a couple of police cars.
Just like the average thing,
Yeah.
But I think because it's like so normalized, it's like over here, there's always like police at football, soccer games and everything, just in case it does kick off, and some certain like teams are more prone to hooliganism, and you get the whole thing where you get how there's like rivalry between teams and more the supporters, and like when you get those sort of ones, that's when it gets like really fucking nasty. I don't know. It's people do weird shit.
What's that? What's that Irish football club that Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney own? Do you think those ones have ever do you think fans of those guys have ever burned down a stadium?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
probably. I mean,
surprised.
because Irish football fans can be just as bad, to be honest. Or soccer fans, I mean, so. Particularly like some of the ones like further south of Ireland. Because usually the further south of Ireland, as in like I'm referring to Republic of Ireland, usually it's a lot more rougher there.
Mm-hmm.
And so you tend to get more hooliganism there, is a lot more prevalent and everything. Basically like every country, you have some areas that are kind of nice and okay, and some areas it's like, yeah, don't go there. just don't.
I didn't share this with the group chat, but Matt, I tagged you.
Yeah,
And,
I saw it. It's
that's all county road. That whole span. Literally what you described for like an hour. No cell phone reception at all.
yeah, that's I couldn't do that. That's
Like it got so bad. It got so bad. Like me and my mom agreed. Whenever I leave from Selma, and if she doesn't hear a text from me in like an hour, come look for me.
Yeah, see, that's what I like about the Northeast is that there's highways everywhere.
Yeah, not here.
Where is it? Oh, cool.
There's highways in the UK are actually really funny to me because a lot of what you guys consider highways are country roads to us.
Yeah, I know. It's because we're a lot smaller.
So like, I was
We're tiny compared to you, that's why.
me and Billy and Billy, Jonathan, Corey, and Billy's fiance. We were trying to get to a paintball location in East Sussex County, I think. And we were on this road, and I looked around, and I was like, wouldn't it be faster if we were like on a highway? And Billy was like, this is the highway, chat. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that is the highway.
I was like, really?
Yep. We're like, yeah, our like, we call them motorways over here, and they're like just pathetic compared to like yours. Like just they're tiny. It's the same. I guess I think that a lot of the reasons because we're just a lot of it's a lot smaller. You know, it's infrastructure reasons and all that,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's tiny. The most it's the same in Ireland and Northern Ireland. It's like that as well. In fact their ones are even smaller than ours. Like Northern Ireland only has one highway, technically one,
Really?
and all the others is all country road. Yeah.
Well, Northern Ireland is about the size of like a county in England, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah.
It's like I think it has a population of 1.9 million. It's not small. But it also it's not just that. It's really spaced out. So you will have like a town, not usually very big, with exception of like Belfast and Londonderry. And then you'll just have like lots of just countryside and road for like miles, and then you will then have like a village or a town or something. It's very sort of spread out, and the rest of it is just countryside or like farming really. Like
Northern Ireland has the same population as Nebraska.
Yep.
Wow.
It probably does, yeah. It's a small place.
See, I always thought Northern Ireland was like the more urbanized part of the
It's
of the island.
the thing is, even Ireland isn't that urbanized compared to a lot of other countries. It's just because Republic of Ireland is bigger and it has more landmass, it means there's more urbanized areas. But like in Northern, I'm not saying there is urbanization there. It's just how the layout of it is very much, here's an urbanized area, and then there will just be like miles of just like countryside and like farm fields and everything until you get to the next place.
It's not like England where like London
No.
is straight up like one of the densest, largest cities I've ever been in.
Oh yeah, no. London is like really densely populated. It's been like that. It's always been like that, though. And I think with London as well, because you have like the inner London, which is the city part, and you got like the outer part, which is like that's usually like more the housing and everything.
Yeah.
It's a big ass place.
The Greater London is the name of that like area, right? And like
Yeah.
the because like in America we have New York, right, which is split up into a couple of different counties, but like London, it feels like it's bigger even than that if you consider all of Greater London. It was just being there was an experience.
No, totally. To be honest, I mean, London is quite unique compared to a lot of the other cities in like the UK as well, because you have like the other big cities like the England version of Manchester and Birmingham, but they are built up, and they are built up a lot, but they're not to the degree London is. London is like the one that's just like that. But yeah, in answer to your question, Connor, yes, there are suburbs in London, but they are usually on like the outer parts of it. So like you said, you got like the Greater London, which is the inner part. That's like the big city bit, and then you got the outer like bit. It's sort of like the outskirts of it is where you have a lot of like the suburbs and everything.
I was would you consider Richmond? Would you consider that a suburb or like still part of like this?
You would consider that part of London. Well, it's a county.
Okay.
So yes, it technically is still part of it.
Okay.
Because
I walked through Richmond a couple of times, and it's about what I would consider a suburb here in the DC area, but also DC is like kind of like London in that it's really crazy densely populated, and then it spreads out after a bit.
It's also really, really expensive there as well.
It's really expensive.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's like, yeah.
It's expensive here in the DC area. The reason I'm trying to get out of here is because it's like it's too expensive. I can't afford to live here.
Yeah. Well, I'm moving. Well, probably in the next couple of years or so, I'm moving to Northern Ireland. So, because I kind of want to go back to, because it's kind of like I don't know, because my partner lives in Northern Ireland, and I just feel like I want to go back to Ireland, and I eventually will do. So I'll go to Northern Ireland first, and then I'll go to Republic. Although, who knows, when I move to NI, at that point it's like, yeah, we're unified now, so I wouldn't. In that case, I won't have to move. I could just stay there.
I think Northern Ireland and Scotland are gonna leave the UK though, like really soon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially now that Elizabeth's not there.
Mm-hmm. And considering that, well, things are going pretty swell here at the moment.
I saw a headline here in America that was like, It was like 2 weeks ago, like when Liz Truss was first, I don't know what you would call it there, appointed or whatever.
Yeah, appointed is the right word.
It was like a new start for England or something like that. And then I saw another headline like 2 weeks later that was like England in shambles.
It's fun.
Wow.
Basically, we have a complete Lobert in charge, and it's just like, yeah, let's just do tax cuts everywhere, and the way of like paying for it was also like borrowing a shit ton of money. So it's like, what the fuck is this? So like the pound is worth like nothing now. And someone managed to do this in 3 weeks. I mean, the economy here was already like going down the toilet, but
I mean, the pound was like almost twice as strong as the dollar. So like
the pound was strong, but the inflation and everything else kind of made it like not good.
But like now, there's inflation, and the pound is like worth about as much as the dollar now.
Yep. And basically, our Prime Minister and like the Chancellor. So the Chancellor is the person, in case you didn't know, is the person in charge of like the finance and everything. You know that meme of that dog with the cup with the cup saying this is fine, and it surrounded in the fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is basically those two at the moment.
Oh.
They're like thinking, no, it's fine. We're not. We're gonna still continue doing it. We're just gonna keep doing it. And it's like, like pretty much every economist is like thinking, what are you doing? This is really bad. Like, you need to like stop this. Like,
It's just fine.
it
is okay with the current events.
It literally is that. Like, it is perfectly that, because it's oblivious to everything and just saying everything's fine and just being like really smug and really happy that and everything's all it's all fine. It's like, okay.
Let me check my head wound real quick. Can I take my head band-aid off? I'm tired of looking like Bernie
Excuse me,
Sanders.
what your head wound? What happened?
The hell?
In case people are not aware, I shave my head now. I don't have hair anymore.
Yeah.
I still grow hair, so I have to shave it every couple of days. And I shaved a little too close and like basically scalped myself.
Oh,
that must have hurt.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Considering that the scalp is like really sensitive as well. Must be painful.
damn. Sorry, yo.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine. It's just like this thing won't stop bleeding.
Matt's still got some native in him after all.
Oh, that's edgy. Wow. Holy shit.
Really got some funny shit.
I should not laugh at that. Oh, that's dark.
Dude, I did.
Funny, no, it's funny. It's dark though.
Yeah, I mean, usually some of the most darkest shit is usually the funniest.
Oh no, definitely is. Oh no, I like me some dark humor and a bit of edgy humor here and there, definitely.
That's why I like
I grew up on Newgrounds. Of course, like I was one of those like teenagers that grew up on it, so Continue though, so I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. I was trying to remember his name, but like that's actually one of the reasons why I like Jimmy Carr as much as I do. Because his comedy is pretty dark.
I think when it comes to sort of dark comedy and everything, I think it definitely has like I think it's a skill to do it, because you have to make it in a way that's like funny and not just being like, I'm just going to be someone that says offensive shit and that's it. You gotta like, you know what I mean by that, because you can get like some people that are really like try-hardy and it's like, it's not funny. But if you got someone who knows how to do it, it's brilliant. You know, that's exactly it. It has to be funny, because otherwise it can just be like really awkward sometimes. It's hard to explain.
What are we talking about?
What's your dark comedy?
Oh, okay.
Basically, because Relay posted a pretty edgy joke in the chat. Basically said that you can read it, referring to your like scalp and everything.
I see it. Yeah, so it looks to have stopped bleeding, but the blood is all dried on it now, so I look like fucking Gorbachev with this fucking red stain on my head now.
Oh, speaking of Gorbachev, have any of you ever seen? It was like back in like the 90s or so. There's like an old like Pizza Hut like commercial that he did like in the 90s when like Pizza Hut was like localized over to like Russia and everything. And I'm being serious. He's actually in it.
Yeah,
And the
no,
whole thing is
I've seen this commercial before.
I
great.
have not. But I'm curious.
It's basically like, it's like the corniest like thing ever, but it's like in the commercial, it's like there's like some old man who obviously like clearly misses like the sort of Soviet Union and everything, and like is complaining about like, oh, Gorbachev, like, you know, it sucks, you know, we didn't have this with Gorbachev and blah blah blah. And no joke, there's this like little like kid, and he then says to him, it's all in Russian, he like says to him, oh, but without Gorbachev we wouldn't have Pizza Hut. And then he smiles, and then it is the most corniest thing ever, and I love it. And I didn't when it was shown, I didn't think it was real. I thought it was like a parody, but no, it's real.
Or like the subtitles have been manipulated or some shit. Like,
Probably.
Yeah, that happens from time to time.
I mean, if it's manipulated or not, it's still funny.
Gorbachev, we're referring to Mikhail Gorbachev, the final leader of the Soviet Union.
He was essentially the guy that tried like he was like kind of like realizing, look, the Soviet Union failed. I'm not gonna say specifically, but I'm just gonna slowly westernize Russia and everything, and generally, you know, Russia was kind of getting there, like in like some of their freedom back and blah blah blah, and then Putin happened, and yeah, well,
Yeah.
It's okay.
Gorbachev.
Putin has Parkinson's. He's gonna die soon.
Oh no, he definitely like
He's-
that's no doubt why he's doing all this shit. He's probably like realizing
he's either gonna
dying.
die from like some illness soon, or one of his generals is gonna fucking shoot him. Because
I am surprised he hasn't like been ricin poisoned yet or something. Or
So
like
taking all bets, everybody. What we got? Number 1, number 2.
well, so I guarantee you the only reason he hasn't been poisoned or shot or something like that yet is because he keeps swapping out his like cabinet. Like,
Yeah.
If anybody could get close enough to him for more than 2 days, he'd probably be dead.
Yeah.
Gorbachev. Yeah, I meant Gorbachev. I probably pronounced it wrong. I don't know.
No, it's Gorbachev.
Yeah.
You pronounced it
It's
right.
not-
Gorbachev, I think.
But like, yeah, imagine being like Russia, like, or being like Putin and being like this big ass like superpower, and then you basically just say, oh, you know, like, oh, we have this like super like a military like claiming to it. We're gonna basically like take over this country, and then we'll do it within like a week or two, and it's been nearly over 7 months, and you are like losing all of the small ground that you've taken.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're losing areas that they had before the war. Like,
Oh yeah, they are.
I don't. Now Putin's saying, "Oh, I'm going to use nuclear weapons next." Like, okay,
Point, though.
fucking-
Why don't you just do that from the get-go?
I don't think you have the. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he actually has nukes. Or obviously he has nukes. I don't think he has nukes that are as like
Oh no.
technologically advanced as he's claiming.
The problem is, even if hypothetically he would like nuke parts of it, it's like, okay, well, you've nuked it, but oh wait, you can't exactly taking it now because, well, it's irradiated.
Yeah, I mean that's a no-win scenario.
That's the thing. It's like, if it, you know, hopefully it never happens, but if it did, like with nuclear war or something, it's like, what would be the point? Everyone would lose. No one would win it.
As the saying goes.
And we don't have any like, and there aren't any vaults or anything as far as we're aware, so we wouldn't go into like Fallout or anything.
This isn't even the first time he's threatened to use nukes, though. So like, whatever. Fucking.
He is, I know, he's just bluffing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Connor. You absolutely right.
Like, didn't he threaten to use them during the Crimea thing? And the Donetsk thing? Like, he
I think
just...
he might have, probably.
That's his go-to threat.
It's just like, I am angry. I am going to nuke this place. Okay, okay then.
I'm willing to bet Putin doesn't even have full control anymore. Like, he's just like a figurehead now and somebody else is...
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta hold up the pen tablet.
The problem is, this is why you cannot allow petty reasons. Yeah, the problem is that if we had that rule, quite a lot of our quite a lot of politicians would not be in politics. If we had that rule where we don't allow like petty people to like be part of it.
The entire reason Donald Trump ran was because Obama made fun of him on Jimmy Kimmel or something. So like,
yeah, wasn't that the reason why?
Yeah, it was literally like because Jimmy Kimmel does this sketch, or he used to. I don't know if he does it anymore, but he does this thing on his show where celebrities read mean tweets about them.
Yeah, that's mean
and he had Obama on. And Obama was like, Obama was reading one of Donald Trump's tweets, and he was like, Obama will go down as the worst president in history. Well, at least I am going to go down as a president. and I guarantee you that's the whole reason Trump ran for president, is because...
You know what? I would not be surprised. That is a kind of thing that he would probably do.
Didn't Xi Jinping get house arrested? So I don't know, right? It's possible. But because of how secretive China is, we might never ever know.
Yeah.
That's that was the Olympian that didn't want to that wasn't feeling well to compete, right? Or that might be the wrong person I'm thinking of.
So basically, what happened in China was like one day, like all the flights into Beijing just like got canceled, and then Indian media started reporting that she had been removed and that like the PLA was in control over there. And I don't know how true that is, because it was Indian media. You know, they do have some reason to maybe report less than truthful news.
Oh, military coup.
But we haven't seen Xi Jinping since then, I don't think. So it could be true. It could be true. I don't think we'll ever know.
Nope. Oh, we'll never know.
Yeah.
Which is, it's pretty messed up.
Yeah, I mean, China is just so closed and secretive. Like, it's impossible to know.
Hmm.
What is this song? The Oath to the Order from The Legend of Zelda. I don't think there was a rap song in The Legend of Zelda, Spotify. I think you're lying to me.
What? No!
This is some kind of remix album, it appears, but I don't recall this song being on this album. I don't know. My stream playlist is I just dragged albums into a playlist, so I don't know. Maybe it was, and I just somehow never.
Oath to Order rap remix.
Really interesting.
That's funny.
You know.
Like, yo, Skull Kid, check this out. I'm about to summon the 4 giants. They about to bust a massive mixtape.
No, there was an official Zelda rap for the NES. I think that they put one in like the Nintendo Power magazine back in the day.
Hang on a second. I have let me open Premiere because I was working on a sequel to my open world video games video, and I put that rap in the video.
Oh man.
Hang on, let me get Premiere open.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know about the Zelda rap because I remember like way back in the day when the AVGN did like his video on Nintendo Power, and he like mentioned there was like the part with the Zelda rap, and he was because it was pretty fucking bad.
I can imagine that doesn't sound good at all.
No, it's awful, but it's like
Yeah,
it's
that's what I
so
thought.
awful, but it's like charming because it's so fucking bad.
I
But I
own
mean, but I mean, it's not Knuckles rap charming though.
I
No,
own
Yeah, I didn't think so.
The Legend of Zelda rap by Smosh on on Apple
Oh
Music,
God.
because when I was 13, I really liked Smosh, and so I got an iTunes gift card, and I bought the Legend of Zelda rap for I think like 99 cents.
Jeez, man,
I
that's
remember. Oh, I remember Smosh.
Yeah, my name is Link. Man, I'm more well known than Little Wayne. Oh, you thought my name was Zelda? That's a fucking girl's name. And
what?
that's the extent of
Oh my God, Def Campy is busy.
That's terrible, but it's
Yeah,
also funny.
that's God fucking awful.
Okay, where did I put the file?
Do 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 do.
Did I put it in the Swole Foods folder by accident? No, I didn't. Okay, where is it? I know I have it still.
Smosh walked so Starbomb could run.
Yeah,
That's basically what Starbomb is. Starbomb is
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. I'm not the biggest fan of Starbomb either. Although I did like that. I think it was them. Did they do that Mario Party song?
I think the one I liked the most, not necessarily because of the rap itself, but the music video. I liked the Street Fighter one that Spaz Kid did, just because the music video and the animation is like legit really fucking good.
yeah.
But it's Spaz Kid,
Spaz
so
Kid did a couple of music videos for them, didn't he?
he did. He is a god tier like animator
Yeah.
because
Thank you for the 99 cents, Connor Thompson. He says poop emoji.
the night that's to refund you for buying that rap song back in the day.
You know what? Then you know what? No, I still don't think it was worth it. Take the drugs away from
Where?
Sonic, please, baby.
I always remember or like I always remember back in the day when I used to make but when I was part of like the Brony music scene and you'd get all these Brony rappers and some of them were pretty just like not too good. But one of the funniest ones I remember, and it became like a meme that everyone spread around, was so not sure if you know about this, but you know how bronies had like their own like sort of like the special like words and everything, like they would say bro hoof and every pony and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Well, one of the things they would do, instead of saying fuck, they would say butt.
Yeah.
And no joke, there's a rap song and it says and I remember it just like just a screenshot of like the lyrics going round and like when the lyrics came out from the music video, it was like I don't give a buck and it was just oh it's hilarious. Oh, I missed that period. In 3 years, Undertale will be 10 years old. Yeah, that's kind of
That is kind of messed up.
it's messed. Yeah,
Where I can't find the
Also,
thing.
mid.
I wonder. I
What's
do
mid?
wonder if chapters 3, 4, and 5 will be out by then. I mean, to be honest, I'd rather it like I don't really mind when it comes out because like it's 3, 4 like doing 3 chapters is probably going to be a shit ton of work.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't really keep track of like Undertale and Deltarune that much anymore.
I found it. Okay, I forgot.
I haven't done it in a while.
I was gonna. I renamed it Liberty in video games because it was less about open worlds and more about freedom. That's right.
open world.
The next major release of Premiere will no longer support legacy titles. I don't care.
Excuse me.
Sorry, it's just Adobe Premiere giving me a fucking warning. Okay. So
Do 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 do.
Let's add a display capture.
Where's my things gone?
All right, so this is the premiere file for the sequel to my open world games video. Hold up. First, in here, I inserted some animation that I did when I was 12 years old. So just
Oh, I think I know. Is this the? Go on, continue.
This is the Link versus Dark thing.
It looks.
Hi. Could I have some directions? No. Why does everyone keep asking me that? I'm not the first.
John.
How did I even get here? I don't even play Legend of Zelda.
And that's 12-year-old Jonathan. Okay, so
And
of course, John comes into the chat right as I'm showing that.
That's pretty scary, actually.
He's like, I haven't seen this since 2011.
But like, so what I was planning, or what I was trying to show was.
Oh, where the fuck is my? Oh, I got it here.
There it is. Up to you.
Oh,
Did you see the latest
Also, hi,
Nintendo
John.
newsletter? Whoa, nice graphic! It's The Legend of Zelda, and it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad. Awesome! Intense.
The Nintendo Entertainment System. Your parents help you.
oh
look it up.
yes.
Unfortunately, the rest of the game is not like.
I remember that.
Absolutely
Yes, I
no
remember that
direction.
now.
These puzzles-
Oh god.
I didn't know you still had this. Yeah, I have every Flash file I've ever done, except for I'm missing like most of the finished files from My Little Brony 2, and I have no idea where they are. I have no fucking clue where they are. I have My Little Brony 1. I have everything else I did around that time. I'm missing My Little Brony 2. Like, I have partially finished files. I have like I have like half finished files, but I don't have any of the finished files, and I have no idea why. Nothing of value was there.
John!
We worked on that for a very long time.
Come on, dude. I mean, there has to be some kind of value in that.
It's interesting because, like, when you're younger and everything, and you're like, let's say, you know, when you first work on an animation, or like you first work on a drawing, or like any sort of like thing like that, or like music, you think, oh wow, this is so amazing, I'm really proud of it, and then you like forget about it, and you go back to it like years later, and you just like look at it, watch it, listen to it, and think, what the fuck did I just make?
John, are you in a spot where you can come in here right now? Do you want to join us, or or are you like in a cafe somewhere?
Ooh, cafe.
Sure. Okay, cool. Hang on. All right, guys. First time since it's 11 p.m. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
I didn't realize how late it was for you.
Let's hang on. Give me 1 second, fellas. Hello, John.
Hey boys, how's it going?
It's going good. Hang on. Let me get the others in here. Come on, yeah, I was just talking to these guys. Why are they?
I see how it is. No, I get it. I really do. It's totally.
Oh, it's because they're both on Do Not Disturb. They're not seeing the alert. Hang on.
totally understandable that they wouldn't want to come. I get it. I'm not too hurt by that.
How are things with you, John?
How are things with me?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Settling into Dutch life well. And yeah, Rotterdam's a really cool city. Are you coming?
So the Netherlands? I have no idea. I don't know. I gotta figure out. So my store just had our audit, right? So like,
Yeah.
in theory, there shouldn't be anything stopping me, but I just need to figure out where my money's gonna be.
No,
Like,
that is
what the financial situation here is gonna be.
totally fair. No, it's a really great city. Yeah, I've just been kind of like getting into it well, which has been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely here, and work's been really great. Super nice. Just kind of like in the process of like getting acclimated to a new routine. Like with what I do, you don't really have a set schedule every day.
Yeah.
Things are like always kind of in flux.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of like learning to get back into that.
Hang on, give me one second. I'm gonna go back in there and tell them to get in this group DM.
Yes, no worries.
Hey,
Game related stuff, and also kind of like stuff for like Matt's work as well.
We have to switch.
Yeah, get in the group DM I just created.
I am going now. Be back in
Switching
second.
over.
Okay. All right. Everyone's here.
How's it
now.
going, boys?
Stop.
Good.
It's So this is the first time you've been on one of these streams in like 8 years or something like that.
I think it's been 8 years.
It's
been a while.
It's been 7 years. No, it's been 6 years, I think.
You want to say 5 next? I mean, let's just count it down.
I think it's actually.
Happy New Year, everybody.
I think it's been 5.
Probably
Oh my
like
God,
5.
Matt!
Yeah, 2017, 2018 maybe.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. Happy to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just he punched my wife, so.
I punched her
I don't think we.
right in the.
Just go. You can read all about it on reddit.com/conspiracy-mattimation.
He came over to my house and he punched my wife.
That's just what I do. I just go around to people's houses. I say, "Hey, you got a wife in there?" And then I just come in. And
You got a wife in there.
boom, boom.
It's
Hey, I'm here to punch your wife.
I found help since. So
You mentioned about like Reddit conspiracies and everything. Have any of you actually like just been like even just for like a second or like a bit just went on like the whole Game Grumps conspiracy like Reddit that you get?
I used to
dude,
go
all
on
the time.
conspiracy grumps like every single day because
Yeah.
there would always be some new crazy shit there.
Just
oh my
like
God. Like,
hilarious.
dude, back in like 2000 and I don't know, like between the years of like 2013 and 2015, that was like the place to go because there was just so much, vagueness surrounding it.
I think because obviously that did that spawn when after didn't that like Reddit spawn when Mr. Jafari like left Game Grumps?
Yeah, like just after.
Oh, just
'cause
after, yeah.
They kind of just handled that whole thing like with less grace than they could have.
Yeah.
So this is. I actually watched a really good video essay on it like 2 months ago or something. Like actually pretty recently because I was thinking about conspiracy grumps. It was a really great video essay because it like addressed the whole thing, and also I don't know, their speculation about what happened was pretty like balanced and like pretty good in face of all the stupid conspiracy theories out there, like because their theory basically came down to John and Aaron had creative differences and they just they could have handled things better,
Yeah.
as opposed to like John punched somebody, Aaron punched somebody, stole money, Aaron abused John, all this just ludicrous stuff.
I always like, there was always like, because when you went on Conspiracy Grumps, there was always like half of the people were like, yeah, it was because Aaron was like an oppressive like Monopoly man, like, like, or John was like, after his Destiny stream, a lot of it was like John like called Aaron's wife the N-word or something like that, and that's what.
Or like John's girlfriend and like Aaron's girl, like Susie, like I don't know.
Yeah.
It was banana. It's fun. It's fun to read it, but also it's like, gosh darn it, like they're just let them live their lives.
Yeah.
Like they can let them just go in their directions, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it was painful for both of them. So
there was a Psychic Pebbles stream where Zach was talking about, because he was a writer on Starcade, right? And he was talking about like the final episode and how they got Aaron to show up and whatever. And the guy he was talking to, I don't even remember who because it wasn't JonTron, it was someone else. But the guy he was talking to was like, yeah, so did you ever read Conspiracy Grumps? And Zach was like, oh yeah, I read it every day. And I thought it was hilarious because some of the stuff that they said happened, I was like there for, and it did not happen like that.
there's the whole like E3 2013 debacle. Do you know that?
What's that one?
Like it's like a precursor to the whole falling out, where like they go to E3 2013, everything seems so great, then like halfway through there's like a tweet on the Game Grumps Twitter about like things, I don't know, something went wrong, and then Aaron appeared at a panel without John, and then like right after E3 2013 the Ode to John was released. You should look it up, it's actually really funny. People really dug for this stuff, man. They dug. It's insane.
I think because I know you do get like other sort of Reddits that are sort of along that lines about like a conspiracy one about a YouTuber, or like an anti, or like even like anti ones, sort of anti subs and everything. I mean, because I know that Cinemassacre like has a kind of a it's a hate sub, to be honest. There's a sub on there called the Cinemassacre Truth subreddit. It's an absolute shithole. It's just there's like, because at least with like the Conspiracy Grumps sort of stuff, it's sort of funny, and the majority of people on there like know when to like not take something too far. But like, yeah, this one I'm talking about is just it is just a toxic, complete hellhole. But that's just kind of what happens when you have like sort of anti-subs, like sort of anti sort of groups, really.
I don't understand Cinemassacre hate, because they're like the most harmless guys on YouTube.
Basically, it stems from it was created initially because you probably know about Mike Matei's.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he is Mike Matei.
Yeah.
You probably know about his things that he's done.
Uh-huh.
From just having some pretty weird takes on Twitter to, I'm gonna post my penis on the official Cinematica subreddit and Tumblr.
Yeah.
We know about his weirdness, but what then happened was, over time, it kind of became this like anti-sub where it was like, you know what, I don't like ABGN's new content because I don't think it's as good, and a lot of it was specifically aimed at. So you probably I don't know if you noticed, but like a lot of the people that help out James nowadays are a company called Screenwave Media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they fucking hate them on there. Like they absolutely despise them. Like you know how you get like people like who just seem to have this very strange like hate about something that's like not really that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like that. Yeah, but like I said, with like Conspiracy Grumps, that was never like ever really like a hate sub or anything, so it never kind of like devolved into that, and it probably never will.
Rayshawn Lamar Butler says, "Hello guys, I'm Rayshawn Lamar Butler, and I just subscribed to your channel. Thank you for subscribing, sir."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who you are, but
Yeah.
nice to
meet you, Rayshawn Lamar Butler.
It was unnecessary.
Thank you for the support.
What?
I don't know. Is this like a this video was brought to you by Raycon? I mean Rayshawn.
Rayshawn. This video was brought to you by Rayshawn Earbuds. This guy comes in. He says, "Hey, I just subscribed to your channel. You guys are pretty cool," and we just start making fun of it.
I make fun of everybody. I'm pretty equal in that regard.
Look, we come from Newgrounds. We're toxic.
We are.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm from
'90s Newgrounds.
Let's go, toxic, everybody.
Like early 2000 Newgrounds.
Yeah, I was 2005. Yeah, about that. That's when I first went on Newgrounds. And that was back when it was all like, I remember all the sprite animations. I remember Super Mario Bros. Z. I remember
Yes.
Alvin Earthworm. I remember Randy Solom's sprite series.
Dude.
It still makes me laugh every day knowing that the fact that in the middle of him making that, he got actual emails from parents. Why did you kill off Mario?
Mario Bros. Z. Oh my gosh, that was like my friends and I would get so lit over that. Whatever happened to it?
Okay, so
It's currently being remade right now.
yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
he kind of like decided to, so he cancelled it, I think after like the 8th or 9th episode or something.
I think it was the 8th.
Yeah. And then he could just like stopped. Well, actually, no, I know what he did. He stopped animating, and he stopped animating and did art for quite a long time. Specifically, he drew fairy porn because he used to have a fair affinity. I remember his page before he removed it. But then he stopped doing that, and then in about 2015, he kind of decided I'm going to redo the original series again, like just reboot it, and he did one episode. And then he had a break for ages, and then he released episode 2 like last year. And in between that, now I have no idea what he's been doing. But Mario Bros. Z back in the day was like one of the coolest things ever. Like my 14-year-old self loved it because it was like it was really cool.
I think what made Mario Bros. Z appealing to me at the time is I think the fights, be it sprite or whatever, I think it was actually better than Dragon Ball Z. I know it's a hot fucking take, but I just said.
It's a hot take.
I know, but you gotta remember though, Dragon Ball Z is like 90% talking, 10% fighting.
But like, I think what I liked about Super Mario Bros. Z as well is like even now the fight choreography is still really impressive.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, for one guy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I think as well, what was quite cool about it was a bit of a love letter to not just Sonic and Dragon Ball Z, but with Mario, but specifically like the Mario RPG sort of games, because they had like the Axe and Rangers as like villains
Yeah,
in
I
that.
remember that. That's how I found out about those characters.
Same, because we never got Super Mario Super Mario
Oh,
RPG
right.
over
Yeah,
here
I forgot
until,
RPG, did you?
nope, not until that was ported over to, not until that was on the Virtual Console on the Wii.
Right. I've never played it. It was a little before my time, but it looks freaking lit.
Oh,
It's fun, though. RPG is fun.
It's like it is a really good game, and the soundtrack is it's slapping so good.
Now the one thing that I don't know if
No,
it was agreed
he
on
didn't
or
have a
not.
cameo in that. No, he
But
didn't.
I like Thousand Year Door more than I do RPG, but they're both very good.
Oh no, Thousand Year Door is a masterpiece of a game.
Wait, do you guys know that? Remember that? Who made the video? Is it Curvifer, the Super Mario RPG?
Yeah.
That Flash animation song from back in the day.
Never heard that name in a long time.
He went. Okay, fair.
Oh no!
He also
is
voiced
that
that.
a loaded name to bring up? Should I not brought that up? I don't know anything about him.
We've discussed Kerbo for a couple of times on this.
Yeah,
the last I saw of Kerbifer was like Tome, like the first few episodes of Tome.
Did you know that he voiced Alex Yick?
In the quirky Earthbound style RPG.
He is the Alex Yick.
I don't know who that is.
And you don't know about Yick.
So Yick, it's actually Y2K. The 2 is a Roman numeral. Yick is an Earthbound styled RPG where you play as this like insufferable, whiny piece of shit millennial. Who like he comes home from college or whatever, and he's he's whining about everything. He's talking about how fucking lame his mom is. Like his mom leaves like a meal out for him, like and he's like, oh, my fucking mom, and like he basically he's just this insufferable, completely unlikable character, and Kerbofer voices him, and so like every like voice line that this guy has is so funny.
It sounds like.
I think it's pretty telling when I type Kerbifer into Google and the first thing that comes up is Kerbifer controversy.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I should get down on this road.
He did a whole big thing.
He did. He was gonna voice act the protagonist in was it the one of the Fire Emblem games? I don't remember which one it is, but he was gonna voice act him, and then he was patched out of the fucking game because he broke an NDA agreement, I believe.
Yes.
But to go into to also to talk about Alex Yick in terms of how insufferable he is, there's a scene in that game where one of the characters in Yick, he's very quiet and he has depression, and he like his sister like basically killed herself, and there's a part in the game where Yick I can't like there's a part where this character then like says my sister was right here, you know right here and everything, and during this time, because the game is really fucking weird and doesn't make any sense, Alex then responds saying like, dude, call it, no, we almost died ourselves, no one cares about your dead sister right now, and he legit says that, and he's like the hero of the game. A complete fucking dick.
Oh my god.
No, the game itself is not very good. I have actually played it. It's not good. Not just because of like the weird story and like really awful dialogue, but the gameplay itself is it's very tedious and probably one of the most broken RPG games I have played in terms of how imbalanced it is.
Oh my.
it just basically when you have this one thing, you just steamroll through everything.
Glitch Tail Larissa says, "Hi, how are you, and what are you doing?" I'm doing good, and I'm animating.
He is enemy.
And people are probably looking at this and going, "Matt, what the fuck? This looks like shit." Well, that's because of the program I'm using. It automatically generates in-betweens. I don't typically use it, but this is like a slow camera pan around this character, so I like gotta.
Also, it's not done yet.
Yeah, it's also not done yet.
Remember that last part, that it's not done yet.
What do you mean? I expect this animation to look exactly like like it's brand new when you're working on it. It's like the whole GTA thing.
Yeah,
what do you mean this early out thing?
Yeah,
looks
that's
like
my first thing.
What do you mean a game that is like shouldn't be released in like 2 to 3 years time looks like this?
That is so dumb. Like that, I don't get triggered by much, but that actually triggered me when Matt said that. I'm like, are you kidding?
I think. It was,
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the biggest fan of GTA, but that should be common sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have to be a fan of like the game necessarily. It's just like saying that it's just like the complete ignorance on how game development works. It is not, and actually no, you don't even need to like be an expert on game development, to be like to know that, yeah, when you work on something that takes a long time, when it's this like early stages, it's not gonna look brand new at all.
Right.
Oh yeah, and if anybody is wondering why Chris's hair pulls a Goku right here and just completely flips orientation, I'm sorry, that's just how it is. Y'all are gonna have to deal with it.
It's confirmed that Chris is a Saiyan.
Yeah, Chris is a Saiyan.
If Chris was a Saiyan, imagine how like easy Deltarune would be. Just you could just like slap something, and it just gets destroyed.
Yeah.
It's okay. He gets all his powers taken away from him. Everyone does. They all have to go back to. They do not do like a dark. They don't do like a Dark World special move like during this entire series. Technically, they're capable of it for this first episode, but it gets taken away from them because they go into the real world. So no Saiyan shenanigans here. If they die, they die. That's real.
I'm just saying.
There's no Dragon Ball.
Lost his power suit.
There's not gonna be a scene where like Chris is like in a crater like Yamcha, and then I guess he's not dead. I don't know the context behind that scene.
No, Yamcha died, but they brought him
Yeah,
back.
Yamcha died. Context
there's no Dragon Balls, so if he dies, they can't bring him back.
Do you know that Yamcha in the original Dragon Ball like show was actually somewhat like competent and could do things, and then when it came to Dragon Ball Z, he was just fucking useless.
Yeah.
He was a big bad, and when he debuted, he was like a threat.
You're right, he was.
Was
Dragon Ball, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, it's kind of sad in a lot of ways, where a lot of the like old characters from Dragon Ball, a lot of them when they went into Dragon Ball Z, they just like got nerfed to the point because it's like we gotta make everything about Goku now. So,
Dude, I'll be honest. By the end of Dragon Ball, Yamcha had already freaking lost relevance. He didn't even make it to Z. He didn't even lose relevance in Z. Like, he didn't even qualify for the World Martial Arts Tournament.
Nope.
In the final arc. He got knocked out by freaking Kami in the preliminaries. Like, it's
I'm just saying, you don't fuck with Kami. And Mr. Popo. Don't fuck with Kami and Mr.
No, you
Popo.
don't mess with Mr. Popo.
I think the Dragon Ball character that got like shafted the most is probably Tien, because you remember Tien in Dragon Ball and how like when he was like a villain, how much a threat he was, and
Yeah.
like, and then in Brawl Z, he's just like, oh yeah, Tien's here, he's still a thing. Oh, he gets his ass kicked. The
He
game.
beat Goku in Dragon Ball.
I know, and he
beat Goku. Yeah, Tien's freaking. I love his fight with Goku actually in the last arc, Piccolo Junior arc, like the fight he and Goku has in the semifinals of the tournament.
Yeah.
So freaking good. Such smooth animation. I mean, dang, that was like peak Dragon Ball stuff.
I love
This is the last cool thing I'll ever do. There is no
what
joke.
anybody's saying.
Here,
like, so I continue.
Let me change the topic to something you can get on, because I actually have a question for you.
Yeah.
So that was actually really funny that I clicked on your stream and you were showing Link versus Dark. Literally, I just clicked on your freaking thing, and I saw that, which is I got hit with a lot of nostalgia. I remember watching Matt like animate that. I remember sitting on his little tiny 2010 or whatever laptop, with Macromedia Flash 8, right? That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And thinking like, whoa, this is so cool. Look at you making a thing. Gosh, simple times.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You brought over, because I didn't have a tablet back then, so you brought over yours.
Yes, yeah, I got a tablet. I brought over my tablet, so oh gosh, good times. Yeah, I'd love that you even saw that freaking voice clip of me.
Yeah.
It's so freaking funny. So do you have because I lost it. Do you have Fancy Tunes? The voice clip?
I have to leave now, but it's alright.
Alright, yeah, see you around, Macro. Thanks for
Yeah,
stopping in.
I had to
I see you, buddy.
Bye,
yeah, nice to
Macro.
meet you. I had to leave a bit early. Do apologies.
Yeah, no, you're good. Thanks for stopping in at all. I know it's late over there.
Yeah, I would stay up a bit longer, but I actually had to like go and call someone now. That's all. So I just got like a text and everything. So
yeah.
All right. Bye bye.
See you around.
Yeah.
Around.
Do I still have the Fancy Tunes audio? Let me see.
Because I regrettably lost. I don't know why. I don't know how I lost it.
If I don't have it on this computer, the laptop that it was on is still somewhere in this house. It doesn't turn on anymore, but I can rip the hard drive out of it and see.
Are you serious? You still have that laptop?
Yeah, we don't throw shit away in this house.
Dude,
Hold up!
Let's see here.
We destroyed the laptop that I was using back in that day. You remember that, right?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Good times.
Let's see here. Audio. Let's see. I have Seabass meets his match.
Oh my gosh! Can you send that to me?
Yes, I can.
Should play a little bit of it on stream just to just for goof.
I don't remember. Is there anything horribly offensive in here? I don't remember.
Probably like just like before playing anything, just like find like 30 seconds of it that's not offensive.
Yeah.
That's not offensive 12-year-olds.
You're gonna love this.
That's not a no.
You're gonna love this. It's a WMA file.
Oh my!
I don't even.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take me back, please.
And this this 6.5 minute audio file is only 4 megabytes because of the compression we were using back then.
That quality probably nothing great.
Yeah, well, we recorded it on the laptop's like internal microphone, didn't we?
Did we?
I think we did.
That's so funny.
Okay. Old PC. It's in a folder labeled Flash 2012 to 2015, but I know for a fact this is like 2010.
2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seabass meets his match. There we go. I am sending it over.
Oh, God bless you. I'm having a good time.
Oh my god. So for people who don't know, because I don't know if we ever talked about Fancy Tunes on stream. Fancy Tunes was this series that Jonathan wanted to make that was in no way inspired by anything that existed at the time.
No way inspired by anything. At all.
But It was about me, Jonathan, and our friend Seabass, who I haven't spoke to him recently, but last I checked, he's doing well.
He's a military man now.
Yeah, he is. It was about we all lived in a house together, and it was like everybody had like an addiction, like Jonathan's. First of all, I just want to say we were like 11 when we wrote this. I say we. It was mostly Jonathan.
We were 12. Okay, hey, just shafted onto me. Why don't you?
Okay, well, I don't want. You know, I don't want to.
So edgy overkill. We got it.
I don't want to take credit for your work. You know.
Oh, thanks, Matt. We were 12. Okay, we were 12, and
yeah, no.
I'm a man of God now. So let's just let that be shown on the record.
So we were like 12 years old, completely different back then. Jonathan's addiction was alcohol. He was just an alcoholic, which was funny to us for some reason.
That was the joke. Yeah, the joke was alcoholism.
Yeah. But like, Seabass's was killing people and guns, and mine was pudding.
What?
And hang on a second. I'm gonna open Flash real quick. I'm gonna draw the characters real quick.
Oh, freaking nuance.
Pudding, like snack pudding?
Yeah, like snack packs. Yeah.
You can totally tell this is written by like 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
I
want to be perfectly clear for everybody here in the chat. This is my first time hearing this story too. So that was a genuine reaction from me when he said the word pudding.
Yeah. It was a whole thing. It was yeah.
Okay, so first,
in a weird way, Matt, I feel like some of like the characters' inclinations or like some beats of the characters kind of made their way over into at least Sebastian's and your character to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Were kind of like echoes of like their Fancy Tunes prototypes.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, we never got to show it really with My Little Brony, but Sebastian was always going to be the one that resorted to violence and stuff.
Yes.
My character, I mean, just straight up, my character in My Little Brony is my Fancy Tunes character minus the pudding addiction.
Basically, like the straight man.
Yeah.
Kind of glue a bit.
But then Jonathan, like, you...
Nothing like...
Yeah. Like,
Fancy
nothing
Tunes.
carried over there.
No, because I think in Fancy Tunes, my guy was just like... Because my character in Fancy Tunes was just Sebastian, but instead of violence, it was just alcoholism.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the brush in the current versions of Animate is actually not shitty enough. Let me open Flash 8. Because
that is so backwards.
Me and Jonathan, we hated the Flash's brush tool back then. So we did everything with like 0% smoothness, which is not a thing you should ever do.
Deep character design. I didn't understand a darn thing about animation. I wanted to be an animator back then, so I liked. The thing was, I wanted to be an animator, but what I really wanted was just stories that I wrote to like be seen by people, and I thought animating was the way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, wait, I can just put all my attention towards writing things and then have other people do the legwork, and then I enslaved that.
Yeah, he enslaved me.
Then I said, dance for me.
Yeah.
Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Oh.
Okay, so I'm here in Flash 8.
Oh.
Which is it's lucky that I needed to reuse some animation from the first My Little Brony for this Deltarune cartoon, because opening it in Flash 8 was like the only way I could get it to open.
Remember when the default size was 550 by 4?
Yeah. I'm using 640 by 360 right now, but if memory serves, that wasn't even the resolution we were using. We were using some stupid resolution that was like just slightly not widescreen. It was like 636 by 364 or something like that. And the reason was because I went onto the Edgeworld website and I went to a page that had like a Flash thing embedded in it, and I used inspect element on Chrome to like look at what the dimensions of the Flash movie was, and I copied those dimensions straight up and put them into Flash.
That's funny.
Okay, so I'm on a Cintiq and not a Wacom Bamboo. I don't think I have a Wacom Bamboo anymore. I think I gave it to someone. So the brush strokes are still going to be a little too neat, but you know. So we're going to start with Matt because he's the most important character.
I think that was my favorite character design, though. It was the most fun one.
Yeah. Back then I had really long hair.
You were the long hair of the group back then.
Yeah.
I don't think you had a mullet, did you?
I kind of had a little bit of one. It wasn't like as pronounced as it is here in what I'm drawing, but see, this isn't even like I don't even think I can't remember entirely how to draw in Jonathan's style, because that was Fancy Tunes was so like. It was weird, right? So, like, what little animation was done, I think I did. Or maybe you did it.
Probably. No, I think it was you.
But it was all in Jonathan's art style. So I was animating stuff. I was animating stuff in Jonathan's art style, but with, like, my animation style. We didn't do very much, and I don't even know if we have any of those files anymore.
Didn't get anywhere.
Yeah. So see, Matt's kind of like he's like annoyed at something. Probably something Jonathan and Seabass are doing.
I love this is you emulating the art style of me from 12 years ago.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm matching it perfectly, but you know. This is the best I
gotta remember that was a long time ago, man.
Just from memory.
12 years, that's crazy, yeah. Don't forget the most iconic part of his shirt. The most iconic part.
My shirt had a number 7 on it. I don't know what. So let me pull up the Swole Foods comic, because I carried that part over. Let me hide my screen real quick so you're not looking at a lot of files. But
it's like this and the freaking orange. I love that it stuck.
Yeah.
The orange. I love how like something from Fancy Tunes has actually persisted into like your like official channel today.
Yeah. But let me open the comics file is kind of big because obviously there are many comics in it. But if we go back to the one where Kat clicks on a link for hot singles and she just gets burning money because I'm a hack. She is wearing the number 7 shirt. I think she's actually wearing the number 7 shirt in a couple of them. Oh wait, okay, she's wearing it in the animated version, I think. Hang on, let me see. I think there's a comic where she's wearing it somewhere. Maybe not, but in the animated version, which I do have here. Yeah, singles. Yeah, she's got a little number 7 on her shirt. She's got a little number 7 on her shirt. The computer that she's using is the same computer from the Train Simulator short from like 2013 as well. So yeah, a lot of that did carry over. Oh, I have the tidy box around it too. I don't know why, but I do. Do you remember the tidy box? I remember the tidy box. Okay, so let's finish. Let's finish drawing Matt, and then we can get to John and Seabass.
Peak character design. Really good with that.
Okay, so his shirt was orange, not yellow back then. I think he had a short sleeve shirt actually.
Yeah, I think it was long sleeve.
Was it long sleeve?
I think so. Right.
Okay, there's Matt. I don't think that's the right color on the skin, but I think it was like, I think he was like a vampire almost. That looks more correct. Okay, now let's move on to Jonathan. I think Jonathan was the easiest one to draw. He was like just a bunch of circles.
This was a character I based off myself, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. I just wanted Ed's world with us. That's what I wanted to do. I think this one thing kind of carried over with My Little Brony was like, Jonathan and Matt kind of being foils in a way.
Yeah.
It's a shame we never did write that MLB episode, or never did get to releasing that one MLB episode with the one where Matt gets amnesia.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Such a fun one to write. That was such a fun. It'd be freaking more fun to record.
Yeah.
We should like record that just for the sake of it. There's some great Dark Hoop lines in there too. I think like my favorite Dark Hoop episode.
That's
like,
the one with Rory Retzab's mind control kush, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Some jokes can use some fine tuning, but but you know. Yeah,
And,
look at that.
He had like the long sleeve shirts under the short sleeve shirts under the long sleeve shirts.
That was the style back in the day, man. That was the style. It was 2011. That was it.
And then he had the blue undershirt, and that was because the backstory for John and Seabass was that they were in a gang.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
The gang wore blue. And Matt like rescued them from the gang or something by like putting John in a green overshirt and then putting like an explosion on Seabass's shirt.
So he would have got with the gang colors, which was just a long sleeve blue shirt. So complicated.
But then the twist, right, was that Matt was also in the gang when he was younger.
Yeah, he was like the kingpin or something.
Yeah.
Twist.
Okay. And then Seabass, which Seabass had like an afro or something, right?
He did. He did like an afro.
So it was like...
So funny. Gosh, I'm getting nostalgic right now, dude. I don't know about you, I'm getting nostalgic. I'm like back at Farmville Station and... Hey. I mean, truth be told, middle school sucked, but this was like one of the good parts. Billy always makes fun of me about for fancy tunes. You'd be loving this right now. We made him less problematic in My Little Brony. We took him from guns to lava lamps. That was good.
We did. Yeah, we did. It was gonna be Billy's, or Seabass's whole thing. He was gonna try and sell lava lamps to people. There was a character named Stormblitz who was like he was like Matt if Matt was like a criminal. Kind of, because he was also kind of really cynical, but like he also
He was
would
like, yeah, he's like a reject My Little Pony character that you wouldn't see.
yeah.
I think we just kind of wanted, like, I guess what I wanted with Stormblitz was like a character that was gonna kind of be like their insider friend who wasn't like a happy-go-lucky pony. I don't know. I thought they should have like a guy who's like an unofficial fourth member of the group.
Yeah.
This is so absurd. Such good times. I think it's high time we either bring Fancy Tunes back or we bring My Little Brony back. What do you say?
I still think we should make another My Little Brony episode, like straight up.
You want to do another My Little Brony?
Yeah, let's do another My Little Brony.
What do you want it to be?
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks.
I still like the idea of doing a Rainbow Factory one.
A Rainbow Factory My Little Brony?
Yeah.
I'd write that with you. I would totally do that with you.
We gotta use the paint behind. Man, it's kind of amazing that I still know where everything is in Flash 8. I don't know if that's a testament to my memory or a testament to how little Flash has changed in the last...
Or that might be a testament to your insanity. I don't know.
I mean, I did just use it recently. I animated parts of this Deltarune cartoon in it so that I could get all the brush settings I needed. Hang on, Seabass's arm is slightly too short there. I need to make it longer. Back then we would have just left it like that, but it's like making me a little mad actually. Man, Seabass's design in Fancy Tunes or My Little Brony was just straight up his Fancy Tunes design, like 1-to-1 almost, minus the afro.
And he's not whitewashed.
Yeah. Did you color him white in Fancy Tunes? Oh.
I colored us all the same skin tone. We were all white.
It was problematic, Jonathan.
It was so problematic, yeah. Terrible. I mean, we don't even need to get into the freaking neighbors, do we? Yeah. Yeah, we don't.
Boy.
We certainly can't mention their names, because they were real people.
Yeah, they were real people. Just gonna let the viewers at home speculate about what it is we could be talking about.
Oh wait, I gotta color Seabass's pants. I think they all had white shoes, I can't remember.
So back at my, I know Jonathan had green shoes, I know that for a fact. Back at my mom's house, I actually have like old Fancy Toons comics.
Like in a notebook?
That I drew on like printer paper.
Oh wow.
And so they're in like a some file in like the closet of my childhood bedroom. So when I'm back visiting the States during the holidays, if I remember, I can pull those bad boys out. We can see just what they looked like back in the early 2010s.
Yeah. Because I don't think this is even completely accurate. I think this is like 80% of the way there, but this is probably not like.
They look like they belong on an Adult Swim show.
They do kind of look like they belong on an Adult Swim show.
This is the stuff. This is the trio right here. This is the original trio.
Yeah.
Like there's 3 icons, 3 kings.
And in some ways, they did kind of like persist throughout everything I did. So like, Matt John Seabass, except Jonathan was like not. but then like, so then in My Little Brony, obviously it was these 3 characters. But then, Swole Foods, Matt is Cat, and then like. John and Seabass like kind of merged together to become Bud, and Mo is just obviously a whole new character. Although in some ways, I guess you could say he was like the neighbors, and I'll leave it at that.
Oh, okay.
Sitting here laughing at freaking jokes only we're gonna get.
Hang on, I'm gonna draw a link next. Hang on.
We're having you back on the show.
Okay, so
here's a fact.
Yeah.
For all you folks at home, I was gonna voice Ganondorf in Zelda TRA series. I was actually really excited about that role. I hallucinated a wasp last night.
You what?
I hallucinated a wasp last night.
Oh.
I like woke up 40 minutes after going to bed last night. And I jumped out of my bed. I was convinced that I saw a wasp floating above me.
I was off on Sunday and I was bored. So I went to the vape shop and I bought one of those little THC gummies. And I was like,
okay,
they're selling it at a vape shop. There's no way there's like that much in it. So I don't even like check the contents of it on the bottle. I just look at the directions and it says start with half a gummy, then move up as needed. I was like, okay. So I ate half of the gummy. And that is genuinely the last thing that I remember. Like
you
that
were
I can.
Texting us, I think.
What'd you say?
I think you were texting us when you were high on the gummy.
Yeah.
You are. Yeah, you were. You were texting us when you were high off the gummy. Can I read one of the things you texted us when you were high off the gummy?
Yeah.
Can I read this is totally out of context. This is a group chat that Matt's in with me and a few other friends.
Yeah.
With Matt's British friends.
Uh-huh.
It says, this is Matt, by the way, Matt Connor. When immigration authorities ask why I want to come over there, I'm just gonna say, drugs. LOL.
No, I sent that in the aftermath. I was so I
remember that one. Okay, you were sober when he said that.
Yeah. No, because I was.
Yo, as much as you make fun of Dion for his quotes, we need Matt High quotes too.
Yeah. No. So well, there wouldn't have been very many because so basically, I took the half gummy and so I was expecting there to be 10 milligrams of THC in what I took. There was 75 milligrams.
Oh.
So I started getting all mellow and stuff, but I was like, man, this thing isn't really working, and I almost took the other half. which it would have been disastrous if I had done that. But like, then like my arms started getting heavy. I was like, oh, okay, it's kicking in. But then like I started getting like this weird tunnel vision. I like wasn't comprehending like what was happening around me, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Please tell me that at the very least, the text you sent us that said based Tories was sent when you were high.
No, it wasn't.
Dang it, man.
No. The only thing I did on my phone at that point was I went into the Discord that I'm in with Chris and Michael and Dion, and I told them like, hey, I took this and I think I'm like having a bad reaction to it or something because I don't feel so good. And Chris basically told me to go lie down, which I did eventually end up doing. But like, so I was like I wasn't even like high does not describe it. I was like I was wrecked.
Damn.
So the weird thing about that experience was, so I started looking into like what to do about this on my phone, because I started getting like paranoia, because when it started really hitting me hard, I got a phone call from work, and for some reason I picked it up and I took the call, and I don't know exactly what was said on that call, but whatever. So it was my assistant asking me to help them with some technical issue or whatever. And I apparently walked them through it, and it was helpful. Because then I remember them saying thank you and hanging up, and then that was the end of it. And then there's a second call that I took from them that I don't even remember what that one was about. But so I took the call, and as soon as I hung up, I was like, oh my god, what if I just said something like really crazy stupid? Oh my god, I'm paranoid. And then I started looking into like how to like sober up, and somebody suggested to just to eat, because like the more fat that's like in your stomach, the less like the more there is to absorb it, and therefore the less likely you are to stay high for very long. So I was like, okay, so I ordered some Taco Bell on DoorDash, and I ordered like a shit ton, like it was like $30 worth, and it got here, and here is a list of tasks that I know I did, like I factually know that I did, both because, you know, they had gotten done, and also because I just like after the fact I somehow knew I had done them. I went downstairs, I grabbed the Taco Bell, I brought it upstairs, saw that my cat had puked, got a paper towel, cleaned up the puke, then cleaned my cat's cat box, grabbed the Taco Bell again, gone up to my room, eaten it. I know I did these things. I have no specific memory of doing these things. It was like my brain shut down and my body went on autopilot.
Damn.
It's really something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Makes me kind of glad I don't really fuck with stuff like that. I would hate to to feel that way.
Well, you know, it's midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go to bed.
All right, you have fun, Jonathan.
Thanks for having me on the stream.
Nice to speak with you, man.
Great to be back. Great to chat with you guys again. And man, I'm happy that there's some moral in that story that I'm happy about for you. And when I find out what that moral is,
I think
I'll
the
let you
moral
know.
is read what's in the bottle before you eat it.
Yeah, but maybe listen to everybody here in the stream too.
The moral of the story is just read.
Yeah.
Be literate. There you go. All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Good afternoon. I don't know. Bye.
Good evening.
All right. There is my rendition of Link circa about 2010, 2012. And let's color him in. I don't think he had the belt yet, but I'm going to draw that in anyway. He was specifically supposed to be based on the Twilight Princess Link, if memory serves.
Oh.
Which he does not look anything like him, but whatever.
You want to switch back over to the
Yeah, let's switch back over to that other one.
just in case Dion and Michael or whatever might actually pop in.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, I remember. He was based on the Twilight Princess Link, but with the, like, with the pants that, Skyward Sword Link had, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
Anyway, so that's what I was drawing in 2012. I can't believe I can still replicate that style. I don't know if that means that I haven't progressed or if, I don't know. Okay, let's get back to CACAni. Rayshawn Lamar Butler says, I'm working on my horror comedy comic series on Procreate. That's cool, man. I like horror comedy.
Oh, I finished watching Cyberpunk Edge Runs last night.
Did you enjoy it?
I did actually.
Good.
Especially with not knowing anything about it, although, I mean, granted, you did tell me that it was a series long before that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, it's more of a universe than a series.
Right.
Because, like, there's characters that are this, like, they share characters and whatever, but, like, each story is, like, kind of, like, there's similar characters and similar themes. I think the character that is most prevalent across all cyberpunk media is Johnny Silverhand, who in the video game is played by Keanu Reeves, but in previous editions he doesn't quite look like Keanu Reeves. So there's some characters that cross over, and then the companies all cross over, because that's what Cyberpunk is about, like the monopolies and whatever, and companies that basically become the government or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like each story is like its own, so you can jump into any cyberpunk media and still understand what's going on. So like Cyberpunk 2077 might as well be an introduction into the universe, but also Edge Runners also could serve as an introduction into the universe. So it's like it's a very friendly to newcomers in that sort of way.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I believe Edge Runners was like a year prior to the game.
No, Edge Runners is after the game. The game came out in 2020.
No, I mean canon-wise is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. I mean, probably. Because the Cyberpunk universe ranges from, I think, 2030 is the earliest date in any of the media, and okay, yeah, so the first edition of Cyberpunk is set in 2013, actually.
Oh.
Cyberpunk Red is set in 2045. And Cyberpunk Red is the one that is, like, kind of the closest to the video game.
Okay.
But then there's, like, Cyberpunk 3, which is, like, set in the 2030s. The Edge Runners is, I think it is set in 2076. Yeah. Takes place in 2076, yeah. But yeah, so these days, like, it is more of a universe than it is a franchise, I guess. Yeah, any installment is a good jumping on point.
Okay. I don't know if I'll actually get into. Well, I don't see myself playing like Cyberpunk. At least not now. I gotta give it a little time for more patches and stuff to come out, but I'll play it in like the near future.
Cyberpunk is a really fun game. I like it a lot.
People have spoken pretty since improvements started being made on it, people have spoken pretty decently about it. What's up, Ashley?
Hello, Ashley. How you doing today?
So, what have you been up to, Ashley? We was recently talking about before you joined the chat. We was talking about Cyberpunk Edge Runners. for doing school things and work and such. Yeah, coming across that midterm time for myself, I know what it's like to feel like I'm so buried in schoolwork right now. Honestly, I don't like it that much. I mean, obviously, I'd be fine with it if it was something actually fun, but it's not fun.
Yeah, it said convert to keyframe.
That actually is very lucky of you to. I think I would like my classes a lot better in the winter semester. I hope. Unfortunately, I'm stuck with history, English literature, and science as far as like the three crappy classes I gotta take. I did get a new computer, actually, and I was able to put it together thanks to Matt, Dion, and Michael.
It was mostly Dion.
I mean, you helped too. I can actually record things now in 1080p.
Actually wondering if I should do some 3D trickery with After Effects for the shading for this shot, since it's one really long shot. It's 36 frames, it's a lot. Yeah, I think the shading I'm going to try and tackle in After Effects because I think it'll be easier there.
For your college to earn a bachelor's degree in animation films. I adore art and graphic design. Yeah, depending on your location, like if you're not in the States, I don't know, you may not be. But a trade school might be like the better route to do. Right. Example, like the history, English literature, and science I'm taking right now. Those three are not going to help me as far as like my art and stuff. Granted, I am taking an art class now, but I would rather cut all the bullshit out if I absolutely can. I don't know if I have access, Ashley, but what's your what's your major? Like, what are you going for? Oh, computer science. Okay. Hello, Jay Rich. It's going well. I hope you're doing okay too.
How you doing today, Jay Rich?
Yeah. I'm actually curious if there is a trade school for animation and art.
The Art Institute. Rhode Island School of Design is another one.
Oh, okay. Up in New York.
It's coming along good. I mean, slowly, because I keep going in and out of fucking bouts of mental health issues, but still going. I almost went to the Art Institute, but I was worried about not getting a proper college experience because it's not like a proper college.
So what do you mean? Like, is that online or what?
The Art Institute, it's a series of schools throughout the U.S. that do like that train you in various things, graphic design, animation, all that. But most of them are not proper like college campuses. Like they're basically like community colleges that focus on art.
Oh, I mean, sure.
But I already knew how to animate. I was not going to college for the fucking the material. I was going for the social experience. So
that's fair.
I ended up not going to the Art Institute. But there's a little fun fact of Matt trivia I don't think I've ever said. I very nearly, I think literally like, I decided instead to go to Northern Virginia Community College like a few days before, but I very nearly went to the Art Institute of Washington, D.C.
And yeah, Jay Rich is right. Progress is progress. Keep going and just looking forward to whenever you finish when it's ready.
Yeah, I was just hoping it would be done during the summer, and it's almost October now. It's getting to be a bit of a bummer. And I feel like the quality of it does not excuse the length of time it's taken, so people are going to look at it and be like, Matt, what the fuck is this?
Honestly, I actually wish I had looked into like an art institute as opposed to like a college thing, because like I'm not really there to socialize with people.
I am. I didn't. I was kind of a loser in high school, so college was.
So was I.
So like college was like my chance to like, kind of reinvent myself, and then I blew that too. I had this whole like mental breakdown my last year of university, and so nobody who I met down there talks to me anymore. I know people are going to say, Matt, piece of Chris's neck is missing. I'm aware. That's going on a separate layer because it's just like easier that way.
I feel like people will say that regardless of it took 5 years or 5 months. You mean the aspect of like the socializing, or?
No, she's talking about people complaining about this taking too long.
Ah. Also, yeah, then in that case, then yeah, Ashley's right. I've said this multiple times. People are spoiled rotten when it comes to like the release schedule of things. Like everybody wants things now.
That would be preferable.
But like life doesn't work that way. I know that's not what people want to hear, but
You seen any good films recently? I quite enjoyed Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah, that was good actually.
I thought that was a great movie. I'm excited for Sonic 3. But like any good films, like you know what's good that I think gets an undue amount of shit? The Obi-Wan Kenobi show that just came out on Disney Plus a couple months ago. That was a good show. I like that show a lot, and I think people should go watch it. But in terms of films, I went to see Moonfall with my father, which is not a good movie, but I liked it.
Moonfall, is that Marvel?
No, Moonfall is a movie where the moon starts falling to Earth.
Oh.
It's not a very good movie, but it's a very fun movie.
To be honest, I can't really think of any like recent movies that was worth watching. Although it is another 2 years from now, I am excited for Deadpool 3.
I am also excited now that I know, because I thought it was going to be a sequel to Logan, and I was like, now I have to watch Logan, but it is apparently not a sequel to Logan, it is a prequel to Logan. So I'm excited for it now. Because I like Deadpool, and I like Deadpool 2. And
yeah,
honestly, I just like Ryan Reynolds just in general. Ryan Reynolds is probably like the perfect actor. Have you seen Free Guy? That's a good movie I saw recently. Free Guy. That's a fantastic movie.
Is that the one that had the like the Captain America bit in there?
I mean,
and like Chris Evans was like pissed off.
It had a lot of bits in it. But that's the one where Ryan Reynolds is a video game character. Hello, DEI00P2. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I do. I do think with Ryan Reynolds, like basically running Deadpool 3. With Logan, I think it's going to be pretty decent. As long as he has like the full like creativity that he did in the first two movies.
I think he does. I think he wrote the script for Deadpool 3.
Oh.
Or at least he was before Marvel bought Fox. Maybe not anymore, but I think Ryan Reynolds said he wouldn't do a Deadpool 3 unless he was like he had at least some amount of creative control. So this is Oath to the Order again, but this time no rap music.
Is it an instrumental or the original?
This is an instrumental remix.
Ah.
I think a different remix from the rap one.
You know, I think I'm gonna watch Free Guy tonight.
It's on Disney Plus.
How about University of North Carolina School of the Arts?
Yeah, I don't know anything about colleges. I went to Virginia Commonwealth University, and I did not enjoy my experience, but at least half of that was my fault. And maybe a fourth of that was that my mental state was slowly deteriorating. And then another fourth of that was that the school is run by idiots.
It's all under the umbrella of School of Filmmaking. I'm not sure what that means. Like, is there a company name like the Umbrella Animation Company? I hope not.
No, Umbrella's the good guys now.
Oh yeah, right. They are the good guys now.
Umbrella's the good guys, and BSAA are the bad guys.
But I will say this though, to Rayshawn, like before you even like get into the school or like go after it, it doesn't hurt to draw in your own free time now either.
I'm completely 100% self-taught. I didn't finish college. I of course I also don't have a job, but I am completely 100% self-taught. Nothing that I learned in animation came from school. Everything was stuff I did on my own time. Look at that. It's not completely finished yet, but look at that. That is 36 beautiful frames of animation. Do you know how long that would have taken me to animate by hand? Holy shit. It's just real quick on a new layer. I will be right back.
Okay. Rayshawn, do you have a favorite artist or like a favorite animation show that you enjoy? Yeah, I agree with that, Jay Rich. Art is definitely not something that you can 100% learn in a classroom. At times, you have to like branch out and learn some things on your own. But yeah, just remember that there are tons and tons and tons of like guides, tutorials there, like people that are really cool online too, that will help you if the attempt is genuinely there. Like if you're really making an attempt to learn. I have many favorite cartoon shows and favorite animators. Rocko's Modern Life, South Park, Gravity Falls, Offers, Told by Ginger, Cardcaptor Sakura, Sailor Moon, and many more. Very good choices. Who that?
Hey, are you still on?
Yeah, we're still alive. What's up, Dion?
So, I may have been watching a little bit of Naruto.
Not you.
And, I gotta say, it's a little weird, you know?
Weird in what regard?
It's weird how much stuff I remember happened in like the first 10 episodes.
So, hold on, wait a minute. So you started all the way from episode 1?
Where else am I gonna start?
I suppose so. So for those who are not aware, this is, and he's not gonna like it when I say this, but he is the residential like anime guy to talk to within our group on like what's good, what's bad, what's trash.
Dude, the whole thing with Mizuki happened in the first episode. It started and finished in the first episode. And I was like, oh my god, I thought it took at least 2. They start going to the village, the village in the waves, the crashing wave village in episode 6.
Is that like a very pivotal plot point?
It's their first real mission. That's the one where they meet Zabuza.
Oh.
Whose last name is apparently Momoshi. I didn't realize he had a last name.
Did he always have a last name, or was it just like cut off for the English dub?
Yep, he always had a last name. In the English dub, they call him Zabuza Momoshi. I just forgot, because, you know, everyone just calls him Zabuza. I thought it was just Zabuza, because, you know, he's just he's kind of a, I guess, disgraced ninja. Because he's not like a good guy, and he wasn't like in with like the ninja crowd. He kind of did his own thing as one of the 7 legendary swordsmen. I think it's 7. I don't even know if we meet all 7, honestly. I know some of them. Because Zabuza was one of them. And I think... Was Suigetsu one of them? I don't know. And then there was Kisame. And that's all I know.
So you do have full intention of just going through it all. That's a lot of episodes to watch, my guy.
It's not that bad. It's like 1,000, I think, total. Yeah, it's like 1,000. So it is crazy how unlikable Sakura is as a person from like second one.
From hold on. From what episode, or did you say season?
From the first second she is on screen, she is an unlikable person who I don't want around.
Yeah.
Like, shit, dog, I remember more about the first few episodes than I thought I did. Like, I even remembered the part where Naruto and Sasuke kiss. That was in, like, the second episode. What was the third? It was in one of the first 3.
Yeah, that was like some kind of accidental comedy bit, wasn't it?
Yeah. Also, Konohamaru gets introduced in like the second episode, and it makes me sad because I honestly just don't want to see him until Shippuden. That's it. If he just goes away and never comes back, I'd be okay with it. But I know he won't.
Wishful thinking, huh?
Just keep shit ass Konohamaru away from everyone.
Oh yeah, Made in Abyss season 2 finished.
Okay.
I liked it. It was a very enjoyable watch for me. But I'm saying that because you say that you like to wait until like the season is done and you can like just binge it.
Well, yeah, I was gonna watch the recap movies and then start watching season 2 again. Because fuck if I remember what happened in the first season.
Okay, so you're gonna watch all 3 movies and then season 2?
Damn, that's 3 movies.
Yeah. The
Homie,
third one.
Wasn't the first season only like 12 episodes? What you need 3 movies for?
The first 2 were the recaps. 3 was a brand new one.
Yes.
And then it went. And then at the end of at the end of the third movie, it goes directly into season 2.
I was talking about how I started watching a little bit of Naruto. and it's Naruto. And I mean, like, I'm watching it dubbed because that's why I remember. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like Naruto's dub voice. Like, I don't think the delivery is too great, but I think that's more of like a product of his time. But like, I like the way his voice sounds, so I'm gonna keep watching it, and it definitely gets better, especially when we get to like Shippuden, and like his voice changes. But I'm fine with the dub, especially because of how it's dubbed. Because the Naruto characters, a lot of them, have these weird little vocal tics that it comes up in anime from time to time. And I find that in Japanese they're just a little more annoying. Whereas when they were dubbing it over, they kind of localized those and made them sound a little more natural to the English speaking audience, where that kind of stuff doesn't really happen as much. So I'd much rather listen to it like that.
I don't think I don't I don't think Matt's gonna be taking those county roads again for a while if he can help it.
What's wrong? What's the problem?
I just realized that my microphone was muted on the fucking stream, like literally since I came back. But yeah, no, Dion, you know exactly what was wrong because you were there.
Oh, what are you talking about? we're having a good time.
I actually thought water people were gonna come out and rape me, dude.
Told you they were mutants. I think that's how it was. It's been a while since I watched The Hills Have Eyes.
Well, no, they were mutants in The Hills Have Eyes. Like...
Okay.
That's a fucking crazy movie, by the way.
It was alright.
So that bit is going to wobble, but that's probably fine. In fact, we probably actually want that, because it makes it look more hand-drawn. We want the animation to look a little flawed so that, you know, people don't know a computer did it. But you guys, you know the truth.
Yeah, the truth is that I did it. It was me. It was all me. I'm secretly just a master animator. And Matt's been trying to catch up to my level this whole time.
Connor Thompson donated $2 and said, "Last one, #Soupman in the chat."
Nope. No Superman.
Hold on. What's Soupman?
That's Dion. That's Soupman.
I'm not Superman.
It's because Dion drank the soup, which he said was not good.
I mean, it wasn't.
Okay, let's add another layer.
Dion, any anime stories?
I mean, I don't know if I have any anime stories, dude. I sit here, I watch them, I inject the trash into my fucking sclera, and I blink and wash it away, and I rinse and repeat every season. That's my story.
That's my story, and you're not part of it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking too when he said that.
Which is not a thing Orin said in that game, so I don't know why he says it in Kingdom Hearts.
Well, obviously, it's because it's his story, and you're not part of it.
Well, I mean, Kingdom Hearts is not canon to Final Fantasy X anyways.
It is. It is. Kingdom Hearts is canon to Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is a stealth sequel to Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy Remake takes place in the very far future of Final Fantasy X. And the Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII Remake is the Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts, who has come from another dimension to prevent himself from losing. Spoiler alert for those who haven't played a 3-year-old game.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of not with the whole statute of limitations on spoilers, and if a certain amount of time passes, then it's okay to spoil whatever. Because, like, the way I see it is, like, if you think something is worth watching and you want to talk about it, then it's better to not spoil it. Because, like, you can watch something cool whenever you want, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, I'll spoil shitty anime all day because it's garbage and I don't want people to watch it.
That's the thing. I think Final Fantasy VII's story is on the level of shitty anime. Because Final Fantasy VII's remake's story is fucking, like, it's not very good.
I mean, I feel like I would be more invested if I had, you know, played Final Fantasy VII Original, but fuck if I'm playing that shit, it just fucking makes me throw up.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake's it's not a very good story, but that's okay, because you don't play that game for the story. You play that game for the cool boss fights.
What are you talking about? I play it to hang out with Tifa and Aerith.
I don't like hanging out with Tifa and Aerith.
I'll hang out with Tifa and Aerith.
I don't like hanging out with Tifa and Aerith because they keep making eye contact with me, the player, and I hate that.
Well, maybe you should build up some confidence and learn how to stare at girls.
No, it makes me feel like a creep.
Well, maybe you should shed your creep feelings.
No.
Yes. Shed your
guilt. Hell, they looked at you first. It's all fair game.
No. No. I'm still creeped out. That doesn't like remove the creep factor, because like some dev sat there and was like, all right, in this scene Tifa is gonna make eye contact with the player because the player has to want to fuck Tifa in order to be invested in her.
I mean, to be fair, look at her. Come on.
Yeah.
Matt, if you had merch, would you sell the soup? I think I would get sued by Chipotle if I tried to sell the soup.
Well, I mean, you could just call it the soup and just have it be like some type of nebulous colloid, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it wasn't really a liquid.
And I mean, hell, isn't there always like parody names of products anyways?
I mean, it's not like you were gonna put out the official fucking Chipotle recipe, you know?
Right. Or the Krabby Patty secret formula.
Pink sauce or NyQuil chicken. Is pink sauce Pepto-Bismol? Is that pink sauce?
Oh, not hip. I don't know these things anymore.
Yeah, for real.
NyQuil chicken, by the way, is disgusting. That's rancid.
I mean, you don't have to tell me.
What the hell is... Okay. It is a honey and milk based sauce. That sounds disgusting.
It is a honey and milk based sauce that wasn't refrigerated when shipped.
And
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
that's the little camera pan that happens around Chris. And his hair does a little Goku, which you all are going to keep your mouth shut about. That's
I'm gonna
just
put it in the,
that's
I'm
just-
gonna put it in the comments. I'm gonna make that the new Tord 426.
That's just how hair works in the Mattimation universe. It is always facing one way, it never faces the camera, and if the camera goes around somebody, it's just gonna have to flip during one of the frames. Just like Goku's hair.
So I'm currently watching Persona 4 Arena Top 8 from CEO Taku this year. And no one told me it was style after JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4.
I mean, I would have told you had I known.
Remember that time Peter's eye went over his nose? See, that was a mistake. This is like an intentional style decision. Because I think Chris's hair looks stupid from the front, and because of how slowly he moves, like if it was just like if it was just like you see him from the front for like one in-between frame, like whatever, that would be fine. But because you see him from the front for several frames, I cannot in good conscience have his hair like properly viewed from the front. I have to cheat the angle, and that of course means that it's just gonna have to flip one of these frames.
I'm gonna expose you as a fake animator.
Because the unfortunate thing is, when it comes to animation, especially 2D animation, when a character has a certain distinctive hairstyle like Chris, you just can't show it from the front. It looks too weird from the front. Bud's nose is the same on Swole Foods. We can't show Bud's nose from the front on Swole Foods. He is always looking to the left or always looking to the right. Because if he looks forward, it looks like horrific, actually. Like if you see The Simpsons from the front, yeah, exactly. That's why they don't ever show The Simpsons from the front anymore. They do sometimes still, but they shouldn't. I wish Chipotle wasn't expensive, bro. Me too. But you know what the fucked up thing is it tastes too good. So
What am I gonna do? Not buy the guac?
Yeah. It's just I hate it. Anyway,
I'm literally pulling out my wallet with tears streaming down my face, going, "Why are you making me do this?"
Yeah. It is like literally, like I was saying the other day, if they made Chipotle guacamole $10, I would still get it.
Yeah, I look at the price hike and I'm just like, wow, I can't believe they're making me pay this much for guacamole. I can't believe I'm forced to buy the guacamole still.
I can't believe Chipotle gunpoint is forcing me to buy all this guacamole.
Honestly, they might as well be.
It can't be that good, is it?
It's pretty good.
I mean, well, now it's not a matter of if it's good or not. Now it's like, if you don't get the guac, it's incomplete.
Yeah.
What are you eating for?
The guacamole, like, makes the burrito. I'm used to having burritos with guacamole, queso, and all that shit in it. Anyway, I think that's the end of tonight's stream. We animated an entire shot today. God damn it, I hate myself.
3?
Dude, we got 3 hours done.
Fantastic. That means I can bust out the slurs. Oh.
Oh yeah.
You know how much I love being racist.
Alright, and on that bombshell, I hope you all have a good night.
Gaslighting.
Bombshell.